All right, what's going on, everybody? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about the grandfather, the godfather, the grandpappy of modern day isekai, Mushoku Tensei. This was one of my most anticipated anime for this season. And I gotta say, after watching this first episode, this just might be one of the best, this might be one of the best openings for a isekai that I've seen in a while. And if the rest of the season is on the same level of quality as this episode, then this might just be up there with Grimgar, Fantasy, and Ash. It might be up there with a lot of good isekai anime that I've seen. And this one, kind of going into this, so first off, I would love to at least acknowledge, I would love to at least acknowledge the author of the light novels that this is based off of. But unfortunately, I cannot say his name. I'm not going to try to say his name, but all y'all need to know is that this is based off of a light novel. This is a isekai anime, and Studio Bind is the one that's doing this. I believe Studio Bind is a new studio, and the animation in this, man, they have outdone themselves so far. This looks good. This is one of the most beautiful anime. I just mentioned Grimgar Fantasy and Ash because that was another beautiful anime. That was another beautiful isekai. This is beautiful too. This so far, this just looks freaking almost movie level budget. And I know it's not budget. I know it's more, talent and the people working behind the scenes doing the art and everything like that. But the quality is there as far as the animation and everything goes. The art style, I'm loving that too. But the writing so far, I'm really liking this. So far, I'm really liking it. The plot is your basic isekai plot. Man gets hit by a truck. Uh, our main character was a recluse. He didn't do anything with his life, and so he gets hit by a truck. He gets reincarnated. But something that I love that this first episode does that I don't think any I don't think any isekai has done this before, where when he's transported into this fantasy world, we follow his journey. We're following his journey from a little baby up until he's I guess, a toddler. He's like maybe 4 or 5 years old. Maybe they didn't say his age by the end of the episode, but basically we're following his journey from birth up until whenever, right? And with this episode, I think he's like 5, maybe 4 or 5 at the end or something like that. But this is the first time I've seen Izakai do this, where we get the main character. He gets reincarnated as a baby named Rudis, and his mother and father, Paul, and I think it was Zenith, however you say it. So we get to see things from his perspective, and it's not just us learning about the world; it's him learning about this world too because he's new to it. And I like the way that the author and the people behind, writing this anime. So far, I'm liking the way that they are going about, going about kind of explaining these different sort of concepts, these sort of concepts in the world when it comes to like magic and stuff. Because here's the thing: so we see Rudis go through from being a baby to being like a toddler and everything. And he's learning how to read, so he has to learn how to read and eventually speak the language. That's another thing. That's another thing that I don't think a lot of isekai do. Like the people go from another world. Like you're coming from Earth to a fantasy world. That's something that I don't think, like, it's that attention to detail that I also admire about this. Because, like, he's coming from Earth. Who knows? Like, if you're coming from Earth to another fantasy world, wouldn't it make sense that they're speaking a different language? So I thought that that was kind of cool, too, that he had to learn the language. Because at first he didn't know what they were saying. But he's like, he retained, like with most of these isekai shows, he retains his memory. So in his mind, even though he's like maybe 4 or 5 or whatever by the end of the episode, he still got that dirty 31, 32-year old or whatever mentality. So like when he's a baby, he's looking at his mother and his father. He's like, man, my mother's hot. I don't know who this guy is, but the mother's hot. He's saying, well, he's not saying, but he's thinking these things that a lot of Like he's thinking a lot of things that somebody his age would normally think. So far, I'm digging the character. But the thing that I really enjoyed about this, the thing that I really loved seeing was him learning the magic, learning how the world works, learning magic. He's reading the books because he has to, like I said, he has to learn how to read. He has to learn how to speak the language. So we see him training throughout the episode, trying to learn how magic works. And this is something that I've always said with battle shonen anime, with like just in general with anime. I love to see training. I love to see characters actually grow. Like if they're gonna like learn something, like they're gonna learn an attack or just get stronger. I love to see the training. I love to see the characters struggle a bit, and then you finally learn this new move, or you finally get stronger, get better. That sort of thing. So I'm liking that he doesn't start off in this world. Like he doesn't start off in this world as a super OP protagonist, right? Rudy is mostly practicing how to use magic by himself for the remainder of the episode until his parents end up finding out that he's able to use magic. And then his mother wants him to learn how to use magic, so she ends up hiring a tutor for him while his father wants him to use a sword, so he's going to be learning how to use a sword in the upcoming episodes too. So this is going to be fun to see him kind of learn more about this world and learn more about magic and learn how to use a sword and everything like that. Like I said, I really enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think about this show in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like the video, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.